Hello and welcome to another edition of This Week in PC Gaming News. I'm your host, Mr. Taffy, and I'll be highlighting the best and worst of PC gaming for the week featuring the last few days of September. Here we go. So Blizzard's in a bit of a pickle. Overwatch 2 is coming up and it's all good for veteran players of Part 1. For new Overwatch 2 players, well, they have to grind the damn game, 100 matches worth, to unlock the base roster. Not just that, all Overwatch players will need to submit their phone numbers to go with their new Overwatch 2 account. Everyone! Blizzard explains that the change is to prevent bad actors from being able to use cheats and cycle through multiple additional accounts that all share the same phone number. Previously, the box price of Overwatch served as a cost when it came to players being banned and needing to create a new account. Now that the game is going free to play, that particular barrier to entry is much lower, and so Blizzard needed some other solution. For more on this, go check out this week's Push to Talk hosted by our esports guy Lewis for a breakdown of this PvP F2P fiasco. EA just revealed its new original title made by developer Tecmo Koei, specifically the Omega Force folks. You know, the ones behind the Musou games. The new title is Wild Hearts, and it's basically Monster Hunter, but with more feudal Japan, mythical beasts, and special fantasy steampunk gadgets for teams of giant killers to whack monsters with. It looks pretty fun. Let's hope it has better intuitive controls than Capcom's Golden Child. And hopefully EA won't cock it up at the last minute with silly marketing decisions. Wild Hearts will be out on 17 February 2023. Last week, we talked about the magic of Trombone Champ. But what if you had an actual trombone to play the game with? Luckily, we have geniuses online who can make us play the game with our mouths. Content creator Rudyism did just that. He created a custom trombone that works with the game. He explains that an ultrasonic sensor controls a slide part of the trombone, while the microphone controls the toots. Normally this would be moving the mouse for the slide, and clicking or pushing a keyboard button for the toots. So you can see how this translated across. Pretty well, I must say. Twitter guy Greg Stewart, aka Theremin Hero, also made a custom Trombone Champ kazoo with an Arduino and TOF sensor, equipped with mic triggers. And there's also one more from the Nooch Goodler, with a DIY-friendly version of Theremin Hero's setup. All in all, it's a glorious time to be a trombone fan. AMD Ryzen 7000 series processors are on sale in Malaysia for you Malaysian PC gamers out there. Our pals from Laoya.net reported that the price tag for the Ryzen 5 7600X chipset is RM1399. The Ryzen 7 7700X, which comes with 8 CPU cores and 16 threads, 40 MB cache, and 105W TDP rating, costs RM1899. For the higher end chipset, the Ryzen 9 7900X will cost you RM2699. So if you're looking for awesome gaming powerhouse processors to suit your PC up for maximum impact, you can't go wrong with these AMD Ryzen series. Check out the link at the bottom of the screen and on the video description for the full list of Malaysian vendors selling the AMD Ryzen 7000 series. I mean, it looks really cute on the palm of your hands, am I right? Google Stadia, the cloud gaming service that took the world by storm in 2019, will be shutting down on 18th January 2023. And here are this week's PC gaming highlights. Well, more like stuff from last week that didn't make it on our video cutoff date. Shovel Knight Dig is an arcade-style roguelite where you play as Shovel Knight as he digs his way down to fight the Drill Knight and his goons, taking back his sack of treasure he stole from you in the first place. Yes, they are tricky 2D platforming, downwards digging, and traps galore avoiding to partake in. And you have to restart your run when you're dead. But the game gives you a very fair shake with spot-on controls, permanent upgrades, this being a roguelite and all, and some fancy 2D aesthetics along with a rockin' soundtrack from Jake Kaufman. Plus the action is fast and frenetic. I recommend this wholeheartedly. I also recommend Slime Rancher 2, out on PC and PC Game Pass. It's in early access right now, but the game's slime breeding and conservatory managing are better than ever. Yes, the game might be a tad familiar like Part 1, but the title's new lush world and cute new slime additions do make it worth checking out, especially when it's free on Game Pass. I kinda recommend Moonscars, an indie 2D Souls-like search action game with a heavily animated, limited color palette type look. Moonscars got it all. A dark tone and world that's dystopian, lots of tough enemies and tougher bosses to fight, your main character having spells, healing, and kick-ass special but slow startup moves, and death at every corner. I'm not kidding. Your warrior knight can only take 3 or so hits before she dies and respawns at the next bonfire. I mean Dark Mirror. Dark Mirror, yes, that's correct. If you're not sick of games that punish you hard for just the smallest error and spending more than 15 minutes stuck on a boss, Moonscar's the game for you. We also have this Obsidian-made ditty. Grounded is a first-person survival game from the RPG making company. It's been in early access for a couple of years, but now it's out in full. And it's a very packed and fun game where you play as a kid shrunk down in some person's backyard, dealing with giant bugs, aphids, spiders, and all sorts of crazy stuff made big, while also building forts and collecting resources to survive. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game, and that's A-OK in my book. Lastly, we have FIFA 23. It's a football game from EA, the last EA game to use the FIFA brand title before the big name change. It plays like an upgraded numbered football simulator title. Do check out a full review of the game on our website, because football isn't really my forte. Neither are annual roster change updates of a gacha game you pay AAA prices for. And that is it for this week's PC Gaming News Highlights, where we bring you the best news and game picks for the Master Race platform, be it desktops or laptops. If you like more videos like these, do subscribe to our YouTube page and smash that notification button like you would shovel downwards in the dark hole like your life depended on it. We post new content every week. Bye for now and keep your gaming real. Real PC.
Oh yeah.